They think people are excited for a game. But that's not really what's happening. Because when millions of people wait 10, sometimes 15 years for something, when trailers break the internet in minutes, when grown adults analyze shadows in screenshots, like archaeologists studying ancient ruins, it stops being just entertainment. It becomes mythology. And maybe that's the strangest thing about Rockstar Games. They don't release games the way other studios do. Most companies feed you constantly. Updates, battle passes, seasonal content, endless notifications designed to keep your attention every waking second. But Rockstar disappears. Years of silence. No interviews. No developer diaries. No reassuring tweets saying, "We're working hard." Just nothing. And somehow, that silence became power. Because when humans don't get information, they create stories, speculation, rumors, hope. Entire YouTube channels built from analyzing 3 seconds of leaked footage. Entire communities debating whether a puddle reflection means the game has advanced water physics. And all of this for a digital world that doesn't even exist yet. But here's the real question. Why does Grand Theft Auto 6 matter so much? Why does a game about crime, chaos, and stealing cars feel bigger than almost every movie, TV show, or piece of media released today? To understand that, you have to go backward. Long before open worlds became normal, before every company tried building live service experiences, before maps were covered in icons and checklists, games used to end. You finished them, you turned off the console, and eventually you forgot about them. Then Grand Theft Auto 3 happened, and suddenly games weren't levels anymore. They were places, not worlds designed for winning, but worlds designed for existing inside. You could ignore missions for hours, drive around listening to radio stations, cause chaos for no reason, follow traffic lights, watch NPCs argue, discover hidden alleys no mission ever sent you to. For the first time, players weren't asking, "How do I beat the game?" They were asking, "What happens if I just live in it?" And Rockstar understood something before almost anyone else did. Humans are not obsessed with freedom because freedom is useful. We're obsessed with freedom because modern life gives us so little of it. Most people wake up at the same hour every day, drive the same roads, see the same walls, follow schedules designed by other people. Even leisure becomes optimized. Productive hobbies, monetized creativity, side hustles disguised as passions. But in Grand Theft Auto 5, none of that exists. You can spend 6 hours doing absolutely nothing important. And somehow, that's the point. You steal a plane just to see if you can land it on a highway. You hike mountains nobody forced developers to build. You listen to fake radio ads longer than real podcasts. You watch sunsets rendered by artists you'll never meet. Not because it matters. Because humans are drawn toward worlds where consequences temporarily disappear. And maybe that's why people are waiting for GTA 6 with almost religious intensity. Not because they need another game, because they want another place, a new city to disappear into, a new illusion of freedom, a world larger, denser, more alive than the one outside their apartment window. Think about what happened when the first trailer released. Hundreds of millions of views, news coverage across the entire planet, people reacting frame by frame. TikTok flooded for months, economists discussing how one game could affect the entertainment industry. No movie studio has that kind of cultural gravity anymore. And that's because games changed. Movies end in 2 hours. Music lasts 3 minutes. Social media lasts 8 seconds before your brain scrolls away. But games became environments, digital third places. A generation ago, people met at malls, parks, diners, basketball courts. Today, millions meet inside servers, inside Discord calls, Inside virtual cities. For some people, Grand Theft Auto Online wasn't just a game they played after school. It was school after school. Friendships started there. Relationships started there. Entire teenage years happened there. And that's why the wait feels emotional. Because people aren't waiting to consume content. They're waiting to return to a feeling they had years ago. The feeling of staying awake at 2 a.m., driving through Los Santos, while music played quietly through cheap headphones. The feeling of laughing with friends during absolute nonsense that no scripted movie scene could ever recreate. Games stopped being products a long time ago. Now they're memory machines. And Rockstar knows this. That's why they take so long. Not because making bigger maps takes time, although it does. Not because graphics are harder, although they are. But because modern audiences no longer expect games to simply entertain them. They expect them to replace reality for a little while, to become the place they think about at work, the place they escape to after bad days, the place where they feel free in ways real life no longer allows. And maybe that's why every new Grand Theft Auto 6 leak spreads across the internet like forbidden knowledge. Because anticipation itself became part of the experience. Humans have always gathered around fires to imagine worlds that don't exist yet. Ancient people told stories about distant kingdoms, impossible cities, lives larger than their own. Now we do the same thing online, except the kingdom is Vice City. And the myth we're waiting for comes with ray tracing, NPC density, and a release date nobody fully trusts. Then one day, the game will finally arrive. Millions of people will enter the world at the exact same time. Streets will be flooded, servers overloaded, videos uploaded by the second, every secret discovered within weeks. And slowly, the mystery will die. Because that's what happens when myths become real. But for now, in this strange period before release, GTA 6 exists in the most powerful state any piece of media can ever achieve. Not fully real, still imagined. And imagination will always create worlds more perfect than reality ever could.